If you have some hip pain with or without a diagnosis, here are a few things that you could try in a pain-free range to see if it helps you. So first thing is stirring the femur. So I'm just laying on my back. You can do this in the bed even. You don't need to be on the floor. But I'm going to have you lift one leg up and take your same hand and hold on to your knee with that hand. And we're first going to try to allow the hand to hold the leg up instead of the muscles in the quad and the muscles in the hips. So we're trying to replace the work of the leg muscles with my hand actually holding my bone up. And by doing that, I'm teaching the muscles that might be guarding that it's okay to relax. And then I'm going to find a little bit of range, both bringing the knee toward me and bringing the knee away from me. Really trying to do that movement with my hand and not with my hip muscles. And you have to move slowly, because when you move quickly, you're going to recruit your hip muscles and your leg muscles. So just in and out, and just doing that a few times, and then bringing it back to the middle. And now I'm going to go side to side. So this would be like a tick-tock. So your knee is going to go out to the side a little bit, and then bring it back in. I'm using my hand. And if you don't recruit a lot of muscle, go ahead and take it across your midline just a little bit toward the other leg, and bring it back to the middle. So I'm just going side to side, trying not to engage my muscles, trying to keep the movement smooth without little jagged stops. So I have to move to the speed that I can accomplish that, and in the range that I can accomplish that. So this is just stirring the femur, which is this thigh bone, into the socket to relax all the musculature of the hips. Just up and down and side to side. The second exercise is going to be taking that leg and allowing it to fall open to the side. Now, if it hurts to have your leg all the way down, then clearly don't go all the way down. Just go to where you have less pain and no discomfort. So I'm turning my ankle to that, I'm going on the outside of my foot, and I'm allowing this knee to drop down. What I notice when I do that is all my weight goes onto this hip. So it's okay that this hip comes up a little bit to allow that. And then I'm just going to slide this leg down, again without a lot of musculature in my leg. And when it gets all the way down, it kind of turns a little bit without me even having to do that much. And then I'm going to reverse that. I'm going to put the side of my foot back on, and I'm going to allow my knee to come back up. My foot is coming back up toward my hip without a lot of muscle, so you might not make it that far, you might make it halfway. And then I'm going to use the outside of my foot as an anchor, and I'm going to bring the inside of my foot upright again so that my knee follows. And again, I'm going to roll to the outside of my foot. My knee falls open, my hip opens. I'm going to slide my leg down. Remember to move at the speed that is good for you, trying to keep the movement smooth and non-effortful. I'm going to bring my leg back out to the side, bringing my foot toward my hip on the outside of my foot. When it arrives at a place where I don't have to pull it anymore, I'm going to take my outside of my foot, put a little pressure on it, and bring the inside of my foot back to the ground. Make sure you didn't forget your big toe so that my knee can follow. The third exercise is going to involve using a lacrosse ball or a pinky ball or a tennis ball, some kind of hard little ball that I'm going to place in my glutes. So there's a variety of places because you have muscles that start at the bottom and they go all the way up to the top. So try different places. I'm going to start in the middle of my glute. I'm going to place the ball there, and I'm going to put my weight on it. And all I'm going to do is explore a little bit of movement of my knee falling open, going to the outside of my hip, not all the way down, and then the inside of my foot coming upright again. And it doesn't matter how much you do, it's doing the right amount that's appropriate for what you got going on. And working through pain isn't really what we want to be doing. We want to be making the body successful, which means making it feel better, not making it feel worse to feel better. There's actually no such thing as that. So letting the leg fall open and the glutes, and see, I'm getting a little further because the muscles are allowing me to do that, and it feels kind of good. And rolling back up and placing, don't forget your big toe in the inside of your foot, and bring it back up. And then take that out. And then make sure you do all of those things on the other side as well.